What's going on, guys? It's Jamie, it's Boxing. Make sure you guys subscribe to this channel before you click on to any of the videos. Also comment below in the comment section if you guys have any opinions on what I'm saying in any of the videos. Like always, is appreciated if you guys could drop me a quick sub or two on my channel. So former IBF super featherweight champion and a young guy who's seen as the next big thing in the sport of boxing by his mentor and promoter Floyd Mayweather, Gervonta Davis, stands trial on November the 29th on an assault charge. Apparently this comes after he got into an altercation with a man at the Upton Boxing Centre in West Baltimore when a fight broke out between Davis and this guy, and then apparently the fight was broken up by Gervonta Davis's bodyguard, but then apparently Davis walked around and punched the guy who got into an altercation's brother in the side of the head and knocked him out, and the guy got a concussion. He was sent to hospital where he was diagnosed with a concussion, and obviously the guy pressed charges, and now Gervonta Davis stands trial for this, and this isn't good. Like at 22 years old, Gervonta Davis should be really trying to make a statement in boxing. He should really be trying to find his feet in boxing and really start to take his career seriously. But at the end of the day, this is a guy who's came from nothing. This is a guy who grew up in the streets of Baltimore. And I don't know if people know about the streets of Baltimore. Like, have you ever seen the show The Wire? Like, Baltimore is a bad place. The streets are a bad place in Baltimore. Like, people get killed, people get robbed, people sell drugs, people are on drugs. And Gervonta Davis came from that background, and he had a very hard life growing up. And boxing was his way out, and then he managed to have some success in boxing. Floyd Mayweather took him under his wing. Now he's earning hundreds of thousands of dollars in his fights, and obviously he's come from nothing to falling into a pit of money. And for someone at 22 years old to have nothing and then fall into this pit of money, some guys can't handle it, especially at a young age. And Floyd Mayweather thinks this guy can go all the way, and I think this guy can go all the way. I think this guy is a very, very good fighter. This guy is a very talented guy. Like, just go and watch Gervonta Davis fight. Like, go watch his fight with Liam Walsh. Like, that fight, like, he just blasted Liam Walsh out there. And Liam Walsh is a good fighter. And yeah, at the end of the day, Gervonta Davis has all the talent in the world, but I just think if he's getting himself into problems like this, then it's a risky road, and it could end up really making his boxing career go downhill. Like, a classic case is Mike Tyson. Mike Tyson grew up in Queens in New York, and he grew up in the foster care system. Mike Tyson had absolutely nothing growing up, and then at the age of 14 he got into boxing. He was taken under the wing of Cus D'Amato, the famous trainer, and he became a boxing prodigy, and Mike Tyson became a household name at the age of 20, 21 years old, having fights with purses of millions and millions of dollars. And obviously he fell into this pit of money at the age of 21 years old, and he just couldn't handle it. He went off the rails, Mike Tyson. He had people ripping him off. He had problems with drugs. He was getting into altercations. Obviously, famously, he was sent to jail for rape, Mike Tyson, in 1991, and he didn't get out of jail till 1995. And he was never the same after that, Mike Tyson, in terms of boxing in his career. He was never the same fighter. And it'd be sad to see Gervonta Davis get himself into situations that could affect his boxing career, and then he comes back and not be the same fighter, because this guy is a talent, and I think he could go all the way in boxing. It's like he lost his world title on the scales. Like, he never lost his world title in the ring. He's never came close to losing a fight, Gervonta Davis. But he lost his IBF super featherweight title at the weigh-in for his last fight. He was a couple of pounds overweight. His fight before that, he was a couple of pounds overweight. So is he not taking his career seriously? Is he just going out with his friends, partying, going to nightclubs, getting himself into altercations, and then just strolling into the gym and not training as hard as he could do? And a lot of people are saying, oh, he's just too big for super featherweight. I don't think that. I think Gervonta Davis can make super featherweight, but he just needs to be disciplined, and hopefully this is a wake-up call for him, because hopefully he gets this thing sorted on November 29th. I don't think he's going to jail. I know people are reporting that the maximum sentence is 10 years, but I don't think he's getting 10 years. I don't think he'll see an inside of a jail cell, Gervonta Davis. I just think he'll get a hefty fine, maybe some probation, and then obviously get his career going again and schedule a fight. And I think when he does that, he needs to take it seriously and make the super featherweight limit and just show people that he's a wrecking machine in the super featherweight division, because I think he is that. And it'd be sad to see him go downhill, because we've seen it with Adrian Broner. He was another fighter taken under the wing of Floyd Mayweather, seen as the next big thing in boxing. But then obviously he started going out, partying, spending money, believing his own hype. And then obviously he's had a couple of losses now, Adrian Broner, and a lot of people see him as a gatekeeper. Whereas a couple of years ago, people seen him as the next big thing in boxing. So things can change in a matter of a few fights. So I don't want to see that happen to Gervonta Davis. I think he's a very good fighter, but it is what it is. Hopefully he gets this all sorted. So yeah, what's your guys' opinions on this? Comment below in the comment section. It's JM, it's Beatboxing.